Welcome back. We are so excited to have with us Cheryl Jackson, who is the CEO, and she is of Big Heart Health. Okay, and she's going to share with us some wonderful opportunities that are available to you and your church. What is Big Heart all about?
Well, BigHeart is a technology company that is really developed and centers the church's needs and their resources. So essentially, I was reminded today when I was talking to the pastors, I said, I once heard a preacher say that those who want to win souls to Christ must be wise.
Yes.
And we must be wise to know that we need to use technology.
Yes.
It's here, it's not going anywhere, and it's growing. So we want to empower churches with the infrastructure, the technology infrastructure, to do that, to win souls to Christ, to go outside of their four walls. Now you can be a church of 1 or 5 and have an outsized impact through technology. So it's a great tool to level the playing field and bring equity to the church. The church helps everybody.
Yeah.
The question is, who's helping the church do this work? Okay. And so BigHeart, we're stepping in the gap, and we want to empower churches to build their infrastructure and to grow their ministries.
Now, Big Heart, tell us a little bit about the organization. How long have you been in existence? What's your backing? Just give us a little bit about your history. I'm a history major, so.
Well, it is. BigHeart has been around since about, I think I would say about 2009, 2007. And that started first. The first part of BigHeart was focused on how do we help churches thrive.
Okay.
And so, and then it grew. And now we're delivering healthcare through telehealth on the same platform.
Telehealth, okay.
So not only are we concerned about the spiritual health of churches, but also about the health, physical and mental health of its members. So members on this platform, they can not only watch their worship services live, participate in interactive, Bible school, get announcements, daily devotionals, but they can click a button and see get a telehealth visit to see a doctor or a therapist. And it's really about holistically supporting the church in that way.
Now, I'm glad that you took us to the telehealth method because in our communities of color,
yes,
we struggle to go to the hospital. And with the current cutbacks in Medicaid, Medicare, how do you all see Big Heart playing a role to bridge the gap,
yes,
to reduce the issues that we have with our health in our communities, to take care of the problem, to address the need and address the problem?
You are so right. This is not the time to get sick. Okay, so the goal is if you
CDC has been shut
that's
down.
Right. It's these are dark and dangerous times for everyone, but particularly in our community.
Yes.
When others catch a cold, the Black community catches the flu.
Yes.
So this is not the time to ignore your health. It's the time to be proactive and about your health, and that's what Big Heart is here, and Big Heart Health. That we're not just pushing medicine and whatever. We're dealing with educating our members, educating them about their health, getting them involved and engaged on the front end. So you can stay well, so you won't have to get well. Either some people don't want to focus on their health. Either you take time to make time for your health, or you're going to be forced to take time for your illness.
Yes.
So we really want to come around into the church and support the church with this software, support the pastor, give the tools to the church to do that. And here's the thing, this is the big news, that we are... Big Heart was founded by an African-American man.
Okay.
And he has a heart for God and a heart for God's people, Andre Hughes.
Okay.
And so he is really investing in churches. So this is not going to be a cost to the church. It's a cost. It's going to cost us,
Yes.
but it's not going to be a cost to the church.
No cost to the
Don't go there
church.
yet, because I want you to stay out. We're going to get to the cost. And there is no cost, but we're going to get to the cost.
Okay.
I want you to emphasize how the telehealth method is going to be able to relate to those that they're looking at. the struggle is our community has doctors that can't relate to them.
That's right. That's
That
right.
don't know our issues. They prescribe medicines that don't work and they don't follow up.
Right.
And so BigHeart's plan is to address that by allowing them to see people that look like them.
That's right. That's right.
And
It's
while
called-
she's answering this question, we're here for your health. We believe in health and healing and wholeness, and this is an initiative to help supplement and strengthen you in that area.
So this is called patient-provider race concordance. So essentially, what that says is our people do much better, from babies to men in their health to women. They do much better when they are seen by a doctor that looks like them and understands their lived experience. And so that's really important. That's what my own doctor, BigHeart Health, provides. Are providers who understand the lived experience of our people.
Yes.
And it makes a difference, not only our people in terms of race, but in terms of faith.
Yes.
Because that's a big part of the equation when our providers are working with people. They're considering their faith.
Yes.
Are you a person of faith? Can we, pray with you? Do you want prayer? In addition to the traditional methods of medicine. So we're just excited about this
That's
partnership
wonderful.
with COGIC. We want to, deploy the app into churches so you can get your daily devotionals from your pastor. You can do your worship services. You can have a different experience. Sometimes, when you're on other social media platforms and the service is streaming, you're just watching like it's TV. But this will give the person viewing the service a more interactive, intimate service that feels more like being in church. And so we're excited about this and really helping to support the church, the pastor, and its members in a very holistic way.
All right, now I'm the techie, so let me keep going with you. Now, along with the telehealth method, this is, if I can share with you, this is Chairman Edie's initiative on how we can roll out the Pastors and Elders Retreat and Recovery Center.
Yes.
And so our first release of this app is for the General Council of Pastors and Elders. And so for those that have tuned in and we're able to get in, we're going to get that QR code. If we don't have
Yes,
it, we'll
it's
get the
gonna
QR
come
code
up.
for you as pastors and elders to be able to sign up so that we can launch the Pastors Retreat and Recovery Center, where you can get the necessary help that you need, physical help, mental health, spiritual help, that'll be protected by it's not attorney-client, doctor-client privileges.
Yes.
And so we want to encourage you all. Mental health is a stigma, saying that you got an issue with your mental health or your physical health, because you don't want people to know that you're having some issues and it's causing unnecessary harm in the community. And so we want to thank you all for that opportunity. Now let's go into the technical methods. It's not just a telehealth method, a telehealth app to be able to help take care of our physical needs, but it's also an app that can be used to stream your services. It also can be used for webinar. Can you go into some of the features that are provided by BigHeart?
So you mean like Zoom?
It can
Yes.
replace Zoom.
Okay.
And the words that I did use, Dr. Herndon, was replace Zoom.
Okay.
Yes. This is a powerful platform. So it's
That
basically
was built
built
from scratch
by
by
a black man.
Okay.
Okay. And it was built by him, developed by him. He founded this. And what he centered in this were the needs of the church. And so this platform is powerful. Consider this. It's kind of like social media. You know the social media platforms. I'm not sure if I can say their names. But you all are on them every day, all
No
night.
one.
Right.
Sure.
You're on it right now. So it's a combination of that, Zoom, a more powerful Zoom, a course portal. When you take a course online, they're digital like Coursera. It's that. It's a telehealth module in there. And then there's electronic health records. So it's just very robust.
Okay.
Very robust platform that and technology and software that we're putting in the hands and the arms of churches to use and deploy, because they have to be. Let me tell you, what they're doing with these new policy changes. in the past, the church has always been at the center of righting wrongs,
Yes.
fighting for justice,
Yes.
okay, helping us through crises, personal crisis, national crisis. This is a crisis
Yes,
that we're
it is.
in.
We're currently in a crisis.
We're currently in a crisis, and they're coming for us. And so we need to really support and arm the churches, because again, the churches will be at the source and the center of helping solve problems, supporting people, getting them through their dark nights of the soul, but also their physical and mental health. So we're excited. The features are streaming services, daily devotionals, interactive Bible study.
It could be on multiple levels.
Yes.
So it's not just a local church, but a district can get it as well,
Yes,
right?
yes.
A jurisdiction can get it, and so they can subscribe to the different areas
Yes.
that they are a part of. Correct?
You
so
know it.
I'm trying to help.
You know
we
it.
all in this together. We're all in this
Okay.
together. And so what it does, it bridges the gap in between our entities and synchronizes them together. Correct?
Well, that is wonderful.
And so you can get news feeds with scriptures and devotionals from your local church, from your district, from your jurisdiction. And so as you can tell.
When is your church launching its app?
We're one of the test groups as of right now. So
okay.
Praise Center Church of God of Christ is on BigHeart as well, and we're about to roll it out. I know Chairman Edie in a Church of the Harvest is ready to roll theirs out as well. And so yes, I am one of your
He's excited,
fans.
y'all.
I'm excited about it.
Okay, but
I'm
this is
excited
the
about it.
question
I'm
that I
excited about it.
have.
Come on,
What is the
come on.
cost?
What is the cost?
Let's
There we
get
go.
to the
Okay,
bottom
the
line.
cost. Let me tell you how God works.
Come on, tell me.
Okay, how God works. He has a ram in the bush.
Okay.
And the ram today is called BigHeart.
Big Heart,
Okay,
yes.
so this is no cost
No
to
cost.
the church. It's a cost to us. Actually, it's a cost to the founder.
Yes.
He's writing the checks, but it's not a cost to the church. And so it's amazing how in this time where there's AI,
cost to everything.
yeah, it's
Yes,
cost everything, and then
everything
the
costs.
explosion of technology, that this resource would be available to the church.
To the church.
At no cost.
Oh, that is
That's
wonderful.
how God works.
That is wonderful.
Okay.
He built it from scratch. He put it all together, and that there's no cost for the church to be able to launch the app.
So what are the steps then? How can I get BigHeart?
So this is how we're going to show the QR code. So if you're a pastor or a leader in your church, or you just love your church, okay, and people listen to you in your church, scan this QR code.
Okay.
And we have 3 informational sessions coming up. One on September 2nd, another on September 8th, and the third one on September 12th. So you get to pick which information session that you want to attend, so you can start your church on this process for downloading or getting an app in your church's name. So join us, scan the QR code, choose one of those dates. I'll be there. The founder will be on these
Okay,
calls.
okay.
And we're just excited to get churches, and especially you, on your way.
There's one more benefit. We struggle in some of our churches and our pastors struggle with technology.
Yes, it's limited resources.
And so it could be quite fearful to try to start something this big. This is a big platform. Well, how can I control the webinar functionality? Well, how can I put news feeds on there? And it can cause some to say, this is not for me.
Right.
And so what is BigHeart's plan to be able to overcome technical deficiencies that may exist at a local church?
That's 1 minute. So here's the thing is, one, you can do as much or as little. So you don't want to take on all the functionality because it's overwhelming. That's cool. You can do as little as you like. But whether it's you doing a little or you're doing the most, we've got an entire team of people that will hold your hand every step of the way and get you launched on this app.
And what's the cost?
No cost.
No
For
cost
someone
whatsoever.
to train. You
No
also
cost.
train local
Yes.
workers as well, and local
Yes.
ministries to be able to equip them to do the job. So
Right.
you don't just give them a free app and tell them to go run with it.
Right.
You actually will equip someone at their local church.
Will put someone, embed someone of your choosing,
Of who's choosing?
they're choosing, the
Okay.
church is choosing, embed that person, train them, and then they'll be on the ground, not only training them on and working with the app, but also the health of the church.
And this
so
app is
doing
called what?
BigHeart.
Big Heart.
Big Heart. You know why it's called Big Heart?
Why is it called Big Heart? Please tell me.
Because our heart powers your heart.
Okay.
That's why.
Okay.
All right, good, right?
Yes, that is wonderful. I tell you, in times like these, to have someone with a heart to want to help the church, to cut out all of the cost, provide training, and then these multiple platforms can be used on so many different levels. I tell you, that's a blessing from the Lord.
And I want to share with Cheryl is just here, but I met with Andre. And Andre, when we talked about the app and his desire for the app, we came to the conclusion and understanding that it was ministry for him. We couldn't understand it. Me as an engineer, I'm saying, no, this costs money.
Right.
If we got this going to cost money. What's the price? You're not telling me a price. Something is wrong with this meeting because I haven't heard a price. When we heard the price was free. That I've done the work because this is what God has called for me to do. And so it's ministry. And so I want to encourage everyone, when we get this QR code up, if it hasn't come up now, we're going to put it out there. Make sure that you sign your church up for the Big Heart app. It will be a blessing to you and a blessing to your community and your membership at your local church.
And this is an investment in your ministry, in your life. So don't think of free as cheap. Don't think of free as it's nothing. Know that it's an investment. It's actually being subsidized, okay?
That's what it is, subsidized.
It's a shifting of resources. And so put that code in and share it with your pastor, share it with other leaders in your district, because this is a blessing that can launch your ministry to a whole new dimension.
Yes.
And I really believe that's the heart of Chairman Edie, is to see the growth of the church. And thank God for partners like Big Heart. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for giving this opportunity to talk about the software, to talk about basically, this is about helping churches spread the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Yes.
This is what it's all about,
Yes.
okay? And sometimes you have to go outside the four walls of your church to do that.
No question about that.
And also, after the pandemic, the way people worship has changed.
Yes.
It's different.
Yes.
And so the church has to keep pace. And if the church is wise, it's ahead of the pace. And that's what we're here to do. And I'm just grateful for this opportunity to both of you, to Chairman Edie, to the presiding bishop, to everyone that's caught this vision and wants to empower the church to do its job.
Cheryl, please tell us that you're not a stranger. You're not a stranger to the
I
church.
am not. Okay, you can't be.
So just let the people know that you're not just somebody coming in trying to sell them something and you don't know about the church. Tell us about your background.
Well, first of all, know this. You can't join in.
Okay, come on.
Okay, come on now. You can't join in. You got to be what?
Born in it.
Okay, so that right there shows you I'm COGIC, but I come from a long line of COGIC pastors and bishops, from Bishop Eddie Rogers from back in the day, Bishop Charles Rogers, Elder Jonathan Rogers, Pastor John Smith, Elder Rita Smith, who's speaking tonight.
Yes.
He's doing all of these people are my cousins, y'all.
Okay.
So we're just grateful. Elder Pastor Harrison Bolton out of Chicago.
Yes, I know him very well.
All of these folks are my cousins, and I'm just blessed. I was born up, raised up in COGIC, and my mother is so proud. She's watching. Hey, Mom. She's watching now. But yes, I'm not new to this.
Oh, this is a blessing. It's really good. And sometimes, we don't see that crossover where you can have a background and then you can come back to the church and be a blessing to the church. And technology is nothing to be afraid of. Sometimes we see the negative side, but this is a positive. So remember Big Heart, download the QR code and go ahead and let's launch into a whole new level of ministry. We'll be back during the offering. We're excited tonight because our presiding bishop, Bishop J. Drew Sheard, will be bringing the word, and we're looking for a powerful